Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while now since I've made a video. Been a little bit busy and I've kind of lost my impetus a little bit with YouTube. It's the 3rd of December. It's about 3:30 and I'm at Fairburn Ings Nature Reserve near Leeds. Now in the past here I have seen some fantastic sunsets, but also a couple of pretty stunning murmurations of starlings. So I always come late November into December just to enjoy the evening. I'm not such an evening person when it's getting dark later on, but when it's getting dark at 4, it suits me fine. Haven't checked though the social media to see whether there have been any murmurations of starlings this year, so this is a bit hit and miss, but either way, what's not to love about a cold December evening just as the sun's going down. And it does feel like December because we had a real mild spell last week. It was about 14, but got up today and thought, blimey, feels cold. Anyway, I got in the car and it was 5. Very still though. So we're looking west, obviously, and Leeds is over there about 6 miles. The River Aire is just here in the valley, and this used to be a massive open cast coal mine that was closed, I think, about 40 years ago, and it's been made into this incredible nature reserve. Now I could carry on down here and you get a fantastic view of the sunset. This was a spoil heap, all of this. We're at the top of it now, and there's a steep banking at the other side there, and you can actually see Leeds from there. But if the starlings are to come, they usually come here and roost in these reed beds here. And the last couple of times I've come, I've missed the murmuration for the trying to catch the sunset. So this time I think I might just hang around at this time So I'm not a bird watcher, really. But what normally happens with these murmurations is usually about 10 minutes before it gets dark, the starlings start to appear in groups of about 100 or so, and then one or more groups appears, and then more groups appear, and before you know it, there's thousands of them, and it is quite an incredible sight. What a place this is. We're about 10 minutes walk from the centre of Castleford here. And then as these little groups of starlings appear, they form a big group in the sky, and you just get the most incredible aerobatic display from them for about 10 minutes. And then it's literally like rain falling as they all drop into these reed beds, squabble for about 10 minutes while they all get comfortable. And then you find it's pitch black and they're all asleep. I think that will be Drax power station there, is it? Oh yeah, because the one through the trees, where is it now? There used to be a big power station at Ferry Bridge. That plume there is what's left of Ferry Bridge. There's just a really tall chimney there now. And I think Eggborough might have closed on the way to Selby. And that's the massive Drax. It's a biofuel. It's about 15 miles away. I read somewhere once when it was coal fired, it used to produce about 7% of UK's energy. Is that correct? Anyway, it burns wood pulp now that's transported halfway around the world. A lot of it comes from Canada. Apparently I've seen one of the trains in Manchester as Drax on the side. I filmed it in a recent video as I was coming back on the motorway from Manchester Airport. And I didn't realise they come from Liverpool, and there's about, I don't know how many trains a day, and it's just a constant line of these massive trains coming from Liverpool to Drax with wood pulp from abroad. Always seems to get a bit more hectic just before it gets dark. That's where Ferry Bridge is, but it used to have its 6 cooling towers. That's all it has now. Wow, look at that contrail. Never seen one like that before. The jet there. This is what I usually end up doing here while I'm waiting for the murmuration. I was going to come yesterday, but the weather was really windy, really cloudy. Look at it near the end though. Apparently some people think that this is the governments of the world changing the climate by spraying chemicals into the atmosphere. You can actually hear that one. And as with all things in nature, there's a lot of waiting. It's usually about 10 minutes before sunset. Well guys, I think we might be in luck. I've just seen a handful of starlings come flying in over the lake. There they are. This is where having a phone and not a camera is a bit of a disadvantage. There we go. So if we're lucky, that group will steadily grow. There you go, guys. So, I think that was it, guys. Not so many. I'll keep checking back in before. I usually come on New Year's Eve, so got about 4 weeks to keep checking back in. I was pleased with that. Other years they've roosted in these reed beds here. Clearly not this year. So this is a nice circular walk if ever you're down here. Beautiful in the summer. Got dragonflies on here and swans flying in the valley on the right here. I'm going to carry on round to the viewpoint and enjoy the last of the sun. I usually go the other way. I showed you when we got here, and then I'm coming back this way in the dark and I've missed the murmuration. Look like they've got some kind of a floodlight shining on them, don't they? It's a beautiful time of the day. I need this in December. I really do. Because it's a really is a magical time. But I think when you're stuck at work or stuck in your house, it's hot with the telly on and artificial lights on. Disconnect is a word that I've been using a lot recently, and we have such a disconnect with the world around us. Up and down the country, curtains will be getting drawn and we'll be settling down for the evening. And look at this. It's incredible. This lake to the right, that's the village. Can't really see it in the dark. There's Ledston Hall in the distance, village of Ledston. Beyond that, Garforth. Looking that way is village of Ledsham. And this lake down here, clump of trees just to the right. It's incredible in the summer you get, or in spring you get cormorants and egrets nesting there. Leeds is over there in the distance. Look at that. That's fantastic. I think that's Leeds in the distance there. sure how much longer I'll be able to film for, because it is growing increasingly dark. And the car park's open till 8 p.m. All year round, so it's only now about 4:15 maybe, so I'm going to be back at the car for about 4:45. But I guess if you wanted to come and stargaze, this is the hill where I usually come and watch the sunsets. That's Castleford over that way. Not so many planes now. Is that Venus? Guessing so. If it's not, I'm looking. What am I looking? Southwest. But yeah. So the channel is continuing. It was sort of in the balance a week or so back. I was losing interest rapidly. It's grown quickly, and then to keep it growing, I thought I needed to start, flying around the world or going by train across Russia, buying a motorbike, whatever, camping on a roundabout. I don't know what people do to keep their subscribers, but I'm not going to do any of that really. It's just going to be more of the same. And so I do appreciate everybody who follows me, likes the videos, makes comments. And that's the last of the sun. Oh, that's Emily Moore TV mast there, about 20 mile away on the Pennines, on Emily Moore, surprisingly enough. You see it? I'm going to share with you today's amazing fact. Facebook has gone mental. It really has. I've never been a big fan of it, but it's actually becoming quite useful because it just knows all of my interests, and it constantly I see nothing from friends anymore on Facebook. All I see is suggestions from Facebook, and on the whole they're pretty brilliant, to be honest. I'm getting a lot recently about islands, which really interests me. I don't know if it's heard me say I like islands, but I'm also getting quite a bit about space. And I was talking on Saturday about travelling at the speed of light to someone, and lo and behold, a post today came up about travelling at the speed of light. It's spooky, really. Path carries on now, goes down to Castleford, on into Leeds eventually, and that's the River Aire there, if you can just see it. That's beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, yes, so it gives a list of where you would get if you travelled at the speed of light. And I think, was the moon like about so many seconds, and Mars was like about 30 seconds, and so on and so forth, to the one that blew my mind, really, to travel to the farthest extent of the visible universe, so as far out there as the most powerful telescopes and what have you can see. 95 billion years travelling at the speed of light. I mean, it might be wrong. It was on Facebook, probably done by artificial intelligence. But if that's true, that is incredible, isn't it? One of those facts that kind of grounds you. I think that's why I like being out in the elements, in nature. It grounds you, doesn't it? Stops you from having too high an opinion of yourself. We're back round at the lake. I was at the far side over there, and the murmuration was actually taking place right above this path. And that larger group, they disappeared down there somewhere. So the sky looks a lot bluer on the phone screen. I don't know what it'll be like when it's played back. It's been good, this, though. I've been here for ages. So it's getting darker on an evening for another couple of weeks. So I'll keep coming until New Year's Eve, I think. There's a heron down there. Not going to disturb it by shining the light at it. Standing fishing in the dark. There's like a stream, a dike, I should say, a drainage ditch. We'll go back real quickly over the boardwalk. Oh yeah, not bad, yeah. I'm not alone. We are very close to big areas of population. This is the visitor centre. I'll shut up shop for tonight. Head back to the car. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. But until the next time, hopefully it'll be a bit more frequent than they have been with videos in the coming weeks. Until the next time, I'll say cheerio.